All right, so let's start with the big story that we are tracking on WION at this hour. The former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan and the former Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi have now been sentenced to 10 years in prison in the Cipher of the state secrets case. Now, this judgment has come after final arguments in the trial court at the Adiala prison were made, and the PTI chief Imran Khan and Shah Mahmood Qureshi have now been convicted under the Official Secrets Act for revealing state secrets. Now, this big setback for Imran Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf party has come right ahead of the national elections that are scheduled for the 8th of February. Now, shortly after being unseated as the Prime Minister in 2022, Imran Khan was seen waving a particular document at a public gathering. He claimed that this letter that he had in his hand was proof that he had been toppled from power as part of an American conspiracy involving the Pakistani military establishment. Now, both Washington and Pakistani officials denied this claim, and this, remember, had created a huge controversy, and it is in this case, in the Cipher's case, that Imran Khan and Shah Mahmood Qureshi have now been handed out 10-year prison sentences. So how does this impact the PTI? To give us more perspective on this, we're being joined by Mr. Saeed Bukhari, who's a former Minister of Overseas Pakistanis and HRD, and also a former Special Assistant to the former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan. Mr. Bukhari, thank you very much indeed for joining us here in WION. Let me first ask you this. How does the PTI view this verdict?
PTI were expecting a verdict which was going to be unlawful. To be honest, we were probably expecting a more severe verdict, considering the pace and the unlawful manner the court was conducting the hearing. It was being done day to day. It was being done until 12 o'clock midnight every day. And Imran Khan's legal team was not being allowed to actually speak or represent Khan properly, nor were they even allowed the opportunity to cross-question any of the witnesses. So it was obvious that this verdict was a little bit more predetermined, and it was already predetermined that it would be given, and that they were rushing to some sort of a judgment prior to the upcoming elections.
Right. And also, what steps would the PTI now take after this verdict?
The next step that PTI has taken is that we are going to the High Court to appeal this verdict. This is it's a lower court, so you have the High Court and the Supreme Court above this, which we know that it will be thrown out. In the Supreme Court, when the Cipher case was heard there last, Imran Khan got bail from there. So it shows you that this is a frivolous case, and we're very certain, inshallah, that we will win it in the higher courts, and this sentence will be squashed.
And Mr. Bukhari, how will this verdict now impact the PTI's election campaign?
I think this is going to go in our favor. As devastating as it is to hear someone like Imran Khan being sentenced to 10 years, I believe that this is going to create even a further, divide in the political polls, and strengthen and determine the voters and the vote bank of PTI and Imran Khan to come out and vote in larger and stronger numbers. This is certainly going to be a case of people are going to show their resentment, anger, and disappointment via the ballot, via the vote.
You know, it's interesting that you say this, because a lot of commentators are saying that this could actually be the end of Imran Khan and the PTI as well in the forthcoming elections. How do you respond to that?
There's never an end in Pakistani politics of anybody, let alone of the most popular leader the country has ever seen. If I repeat history, Nawaz Sharif was sentenced to a 10-year, if not a longer term, and then came back as prime minister, and now is back again with all trumpets and red carpets for him, and is being pushed to be selected as a prime minister on the people of 250 million people of Pakistan. So, if this is a 10-year verdict, like I said, we were probably expecting a more severe one, the way that this was being done and manipulated. We were probably expecting, God forbid, a life sentence or a death punishment. 10 years as soon as it goes to the higher courts, we know that this will be squashed, and Imran Khan, we're very certain, will be victorious in yet another case and be back very soon.
Mr. Syed Bukhari, thank you very much indeed, sir, for joining us and getting us that perspective there.
Thank you.
And also on this broadcast, we're being joined by our Pakistan Bureau Chief, Anas Malik, who's been tracking all the updates on this developing story. Anas, this is a big verdict that has come just before the national elections in Pakistan. From your end, what are you picking up? How is the PTI responding to this?
Well, we spoke to PTI leaders, Rauf Hassan and Shoaib Shaheen. They are dejected, but at the same point, it is for them, it's not a surprise that came in. The 10-year sentence that came for Shah Mahmood Qureshi and Imran Khan was along the lines as what they say. They say that the two have been denied fundamental rights as enshrined in Article 10 and Article 14 of the Pakistani Constitution, and they vow and they hope that they will be taking the matter to the higher courts, as what has been reiterated a short while back by Zulfi Bukhari, the former special assistant to the former Prime Minister Imran Khan. What we're hearing is that the PTI will be filing a petition very soon at the Islamabad High Court. Saleh?
Right now, but what happens for the elections that are less than 2 weeks away? Does that mean that Imran Khan is now completely out of these elections and will not figure in the elections that are coming up in Pakistan?
Well, Imran Khan was already out of the elections for the one very reason that his conviction was there, his sentence was suspended. That being said, Shah Mahmood Qureshi, on the other hand, was allowed to contest elections, but in Pakistan the law says that conviction entails to disqualification. That means Imran Khan, who was already out of the elections, and Shah Mahmood, who had some simmer of hope of clinging on to the electoral process, now he, with this conviction as well, he is out of the electoral process, and Shah Mahmood too will also not be contesting polls. That means that there is a wider gap for the independent candidates of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, those who already are not on a unified symbol. They would be up for grabs post-elections as and when the polls happen on the 8th of February. Saleh?
All right. Thank you very much indeed, Anas Malik, for joining us and getting us those details. We'll, of course, come back to you as more details emerge in the story. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.